Hey, Falcons fans! Before we dive into what's about to be the wildest storyline of Week 13, let me hit you with something that's going to blow your mind. We're about to talk about a game that could literally flip the entire NFC South on its head. I'm talking about playoff implications, I'm talking about offensive explosions, and I'm talking about a defense that's about to make a statement heard across the entire league. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another game, another week, what's so special? But hold up! What if I told you that everything we've been waiting for, everything, is about to come together in one massive performance? What if I told you that the pieces are finally clicking, the momentum is real, and we're about to witness something that'll have the entire football world talking about the Dirty Birds come Monday morning? Stick with me, because by the end of this breakdown, you're gonna understand exactly why this game is different, why the energy is electric, and why we might just be looking at the turning point of our entire season. Listen up, Falcons Nation, this is your moment. If you're ready to witness history in the making and be part of the most fired up fan base in the NFL, then I need you to do three things right now. Smash that subscribe button like you're breaking through the Saints' defensive line, demolish that like button like Pigeon running through a gap, and drop a rise up in the comments to show the world that Falcons fans run the NFC South. Because what I'm about to reveal will have you screaming at your screen, and you do not want to miss a single second of this explosive breakdown. Are you with me? Let's go! Alright, let's talk about where we're at right now. The Atlanta Falcons are rolling into Week 13 with momentum, real momentum, after that absolutely dominant performance against the Saints. We snapped that ugly 5-game losing streak, and more importantly, we did it with authority. But here's where it gets juicy, and I mean juicy. We're facing a team this week that's reeling, that's vulnerable, and that's absolutely ripe for the taking. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. This is the type of game that championship teams capitalize on. This is the type of game where you don't just win, you make a statement. Now, the Jets defense we're going up against? They've been giving up yards like it's going out of style. We're talking about a unit that's been shredded by running backs all season long. We're talking about a secondary that's been picked apart by receivers who know how to exploit matchups. And guess what? We've got the perfect arsenal to do exactly that. The timing couldn't be more perfect, Falcons fam. We've got our pieces healthy, we've got our confidence back, and we've got a defense that just held one of the most explosive offenses in our division to 0 offensive touchdowns. Let that sink in for a second. Now let me tell you about what's about to happen on the offensive side of the ball, and this is where things get crazy. Our star running back, you know who I'm talking about, is about to have the game of his life. I'm calling it right now, 150 total yards. That's not a typo, that's not wishful thinking, that's a prediction based on pure, undeniable film study and matchup analysis. Last week against the Saints, he touched the ball just 16 times and still managed to rack up 106 yards. That's efficiency, that's explosiveness, that's elite talent on full display. Now imagine what happens when we feed him the rock 20, 25, maybe even 30 times against the Jets defense that's been trampled on by running backs all season long. I'm talking about 100 plus yards on the ground, easy. But here's the kicker, and this is what's gonna make this performance legendary. He's gonna do damage through the air too. Screens, checkdowns, wheel routes out of the backfield. This man is about to show the entire league why he's one of the most versatile weapons in football. The Jets linebackers can't keep up with that speed. The Jets safeties can't match that power. And when you combine that with the blocking schemes we've been perfecting, oh man, we're talking about chunk plays, explosive runs, and drives that are gonna demoralize their entire defense. But wait, there's more. And this is the part that's got me absolutely fired up. With our top receiver sidelined with that knee injury, someone's gotta step into that WR1 role. Someone's gotta be the guy. Someone's gotta make the plays when the game is on the line. And I'm here to tell you exactly who that's gonna be. Our veteran speedster, the guy who absolutely torched the Saints for 74 yards last week on just 3 catches, including that absolutely beautiful 49-yard touchdown strike, is about to go nuclear. I'm predicting 2 touchdowns in this game, and here's why this isn't just hopeful thinking. The matchup is perfect. The Jets secondary has been getting cooked by vertical threats all season. Their cornerbacks can't hang with elite route runners who have that next level speed. And our guy? He's got both the speed and the savvy to absolutely dominate this matchup. Picture this, first quarter, we come out in 11 personnel, motion him across the formation, and boom, he's running a deep post route against single coverage. Touchdown number 1. Then later in the game, maybe third quarter, we dial up a red zone shot play. He runs a corner route, and bam, touchdown number 2. This isn't fantasy, this is film-based, matchup-driven analysis that points to one conclusion. We're about to see a breakout performance that solidifies him as one of the most dangerous weapons in our arsenal. Now let's flip to the other side of the ball, because this is where we're really making waves. That Week 12 performance against the Saints wasn't a fluke, it was a statement. When your linebacker, the one who just came back from IR, puts up a 79.5 PFF grade in his first game back, you know something special is happening. When he leads the team with a 78.5 run defense grade that ranks 10th among all qualified linebackers, you know the defense has found its identity. We held the Saints to just 3.76 yards per play. Do you understand how dominant that is? That was our lowest allowed total since 2018. Their running backs combined for just 28 yards on 10 carries. That's 2.8 yards per carry. You can't win football games when you're getting stuffed like that. And now we're bringing that same energy, that same intensity, that same ferocity against the Jets offense that's been struggling to find consistency all season long. Their offensive line has been getting pushed around. Their quarterback has been making questionable decisions under pressure. And our pass rush? It's about to have a field day. I'm calling it right now, 5 sacks. That's right, 5 times we're going to get to their quarterback. Our defensive coordinator has been disguising coverages all season, keeping quarterbacks confused and uncomfortable. Now we add that to a front 7 that's playing with confidence and a secondary that's making plays on the ball. The Jets offense is in for a long afternoon, my friends. But here's what really matters. Here's what's really at stake. This isn't just about one game. This isn't just about going 1-0 this week. This is about playoff positioning. This is about making a statement to the rest of the NFC that the Falcons are back. We're sitting at a crucial point in the season where every single game matters. The division is tight, the wild card race is chaotic, and momentum is everything. If we take care of business this week, if we dominate the way I know we can dominate, we're not just winning a game, we're sending a message. We're telling the Buccaneers that we're coming for that division crown. We're telling the Saints that Week 12 wasn't a one-time thing. We're telling the entire NFC that when the Falcons are clicking on all cylinders, we can beat anybody. This is the type of game that championship teams win by double digits. This is the type of game that creates momentum for a playoff push. This is the type of game that we'll look back on in January and say, that's when everything changed. Now let me hit you with some X factors that are going to make all the difference in this game. First, our offensive line health. Getting our guys back and healthy has been huge for establishing the run game. When we can control the line of scrimmage, when we can open up holes for our running back and give our quarterback time to throw, we're unstoppable. Second, the crowd energy. If we're playing at home, Mercedes-Benz Stadium needs to be rocking. We need that 12th man advantage. We need to make it impossible for their offense to communicate, impossible for their quarterback to audible, impossible for them to execute their game plan. Third, and this is critical, turnovers. We've been creating turnovers on defense, and we need to keep that going. Every turnover is a momentum swing. Every turnover is a potential scoring opportunity. Every turnover brings us one step closer to victory. And finally, special teams. Field position matters, especially in close games. If we can win the field position battle, pin them deep with our punting, and maybe even break off a big return, that's how you turn a win into a dominant win. So here's the bottom line, Falcons Nation, Week 13 is our week. This is where we prove that the Week 12 win wasn't a fluke. This is where we prove that we're a legitimate playoff contender. This is where we prove that when this team is healthy and playing with confidence, we can compete with anybody in this league. I'm predicting a massive performance from our running back, 150 total yards, book it. I'm predicting a 2-touchdown breakout game from our veteran receiver. I'm predicting our defense to absolutely suffocate their offense with 5 sacks. And most importantly, I'm predicting a statement victory that has the entire football world putting some respect on the Atlanta Falcons name. This isn't just another game, this is a statement game. This is where we announce to the entire NFC that the Dirty Birds are here to stay. This is where we take control of our playoff destiny. So get your jerseys ready, get your game day snacks prepared, and get ready to watch the Falcons put on an absolute clinic. Because when we're clicking like this, when we've got our confidence back, when we've got our swagger back, we're dangerous. Rise up, Falcons Nation! Week 13 is OURS for the taking. Let's go out there and show the entire league what we're made of. This is our time. This is our moment. And this is our season. Go Falcons!